So there's this misconception that you need to have supernatural telepathic powers in order to understand what your audience wants. And since none of us have the X gene that allows us to have these mutant powers, we have to do something else. And what most people do is that they end up just guessing what works instead of doing the most obvious thing that you should be doing, which is simply asking your audience. Because if you don't know what they want and you're just guessing and not building your products based on real world market data, that's a huge problem. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to share 3 critical questions you need to ask your audience so that you can create content that converts and products that actually sell. I've been using these 3 questions in my business in the audio production niche for over 15 years now, and I know they work because I've taken the data that they have given me, I've developed that into content and products that sell, and I've sold over $1.3 million in digital product sales alone. So keep watching so you can learn how to create products that actually sell. If you have access to an audience in your niche, whether that's through your own email list, a Facebook group, or a subreddit, then you already have access to those people and you can simply ask them what they are having problems with. If you just ask them, they will literally tell you what their problems are, and that will give you immediate feedback on what you can create as a product that you can sell. So if you have access to an audience that you can talk to, what should you actually ask them? Here are the 3 questions you should lead with. Question number 1, what is the biggest problem you're having with X? X being whatever it is that you're trying to help out with. If you're a nutrition coach, X is staying healthy, or however you want to phrase it. If you are a music producer or an audio engineer like me, you would say, what's your biggest problem with your music productions or your mixes? As soon as you see a problem and you know how to solve it, that's your next content piece or product idea. Question number 2, what are you currently doing to solve this problem? This gives you really good insight into what they've tried before and what didn't work for them, and also what competitors they've been looking at. And that can give you an idea of how to create your product to stand against those things. Gives you an idea of what your unique mechanism can be. If you bring a unique mechanism to the table they haven't heard of before or don't know how it works, that might get them curious enough to buy from you. And then question number 3, what are you looking to achieve in the next 6 months? So the time frame here is really, really important because they may have lifelong goals and aspirations. In my industry, they may want to be Grammy-winning audio engineers or musicians or producers, right? That is a huge goal, not something I may be able to help them with in the next 6 months. But if I understand their problems and I know that I can solve something for them that's a burning pain that maybe keeps them from getting to the next level, and I know that they can solve that in less than 6 months, it's an easier way for me to show them that I have a solution that they can actually apply right away. It's not this hypothetical future idea of who they might become way later on down the road. So tying it to a time frame that's manageable makes it easier for them to visualize how they can use your solution to solve their problem. And then bonus question number 4. This is one of my favorites. I stole this from Ramit Sethi of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. If you could wave a magic wand and I'd send you exactly what you wanted to learn, what would that be? That makes them think about something that's super specific, and that gives you really great nuggets for content ideas, for videos, for blog posts, maybe even bonuses for your core product. So how do you use these survey responses or answers to grow your business? We've already touched upon a few of the ways you can do that before, but basically creating content that directly answers your audience's biggest struggles. Develop products that solve the exact problems that they're facing. You can use the way that they talk about their problems in your marketing copy, your marketing messaging, in your emails, on your sales pages. So whenever you're struggling with marketing messaging or copy or anything like that, go back to your audience and look at how they talk about their problems in general, and stop using jargony technobabble in your marketing copy, and just use the normal words we all communicate with when we talk about our problems. And here's a pro tip for you before you leave. The way I use these questions is through surveys to my email list. So whenever people sign up to my email list, they get an email that asks them to fill out a survey. Some of them do, and they get collected in a Google Doc in my drive. So that way we can see exactly what they're struggling with, and we can recommend content or products that they may find useful to solve those problems. And I've set it up in such a way that it's very easy for us to shoot off all these replies to emails to survey responses, because it's not something people expect. They don't expect to fill out a survey and then get a real answer from an actual person afterwards. So that's just a little bonus tip for you that may help you engage with your audience even further and make them like and trust you even more, because you've actually listened to their problems, actually reading those survey responses, and you're actively developing content that's aimed at helping them solve their problems. So now that you know these 3 questions, put them into action. Use them all the time whenever you are engaging with your audience, maybe your clients that you already have, or a group that you're in that has your ideal target audience. Or if you already have an email list, drop these questions into a Google form, send out an email and link to that survey and collect responses from them. And then you can take those responses and start creating better content and better products that convert and sell. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know by subscribing to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification button as well so you don't miss another video about digital products and online business. I'm Björk Benediktsson. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.